Hey guys, welcome back. Today I have for you my month's worth of empties. This is everything I used up in the month of July. And I've upgraded from that little Ulta cardboard box to this really pretty reusable tote. So I'm feeling pretty with it today. And let's just run through this real quick. I won't linger too long here. First thing, I've always got one of these. It seems like a Dove body wash. This was the Rose Peony scent. I've been wanting to try this for a while, and unfortunately, sharing a body wash with my husband, I just kind of didn't allow myself to purchase it for a long time because I thought it would be kind of rude to get something so girly that he would have to use too. But actually, the scent doesn't linger and it's just a nice in-shower experience. So I actually would get this again, and he didn't mind at all. The guys at work didn't notice it, so no one made fun of him. Another shower product. This is the Tree Hut Shea Sugar Moroccan Rose. This smells really good. I use this as a pre-shave, so like on my legs, and it just works fabulous for that. It exfoliates and it leaves a nice thin layer of oil on my skin, which really helps my razor, kind of glide across the skin safely. And it doesn't seem to gunk up my razor either. So I love this stuff. I've always got, different scents of this going. Right now I have a watermelon one. Love these. And this scent in particular, the Moroccan Rose, smells to me just like the Hugo Boss cologne. If anybody remembers, like early 2000s, every teenage boy I knew was wearing Hugo Boss. So this kind of just takes me back to being a teenager when I smell it, or at least the boys that I knew when I was a teenager. Ugh, seems a little weird. Moving right along. Here's another staple. This is the CeraVe PM Facial Moisturizing Lotion. I've always got one of these going. It's just the best thing I've used so far for my sensitive, oily skin. It works great. I even use this in the morning sometime, and then I'll layer an SPF on later, but that's just a good all-around facial moisturizer. Another staple. I think I've got a lot of staples. That's good. Number 7, cleansing balm. This, I believe, has been discontinued, which is a horrible thing. Can't believe that's happened to me. It feels personal. I do have 2 more in backup and 1 more going, but it's like halfway done or maybe a little more. So I'm really dreading the day that I use up my last one. I don't know what I'm going to move on to. I tried the e.l.f. Holy Hydration one. I wasn't super impressed, especially with the price point. It just isn't as good of a deal as this. So if anyone has any recommendations for cleansing balms, please let me know. This is a sunscreen, Neutrogena Sheer Body Mist, SPF 70. I love this format because I can spray it even upside down, and it really helps me get like my back and just those hard to reach places. So I've always got these going. My husband and I both use those. Okay, so this is a hand wash by Dove. This is the coconut and almond milk scent. I don't usually include hand washes in my empties, but I was feeling like I needed to kind of bulk it up. So when I finished this the other night, I thought, oh, I'll toss that in there because the bag didn't seem too full. Anyway, this is a new product to me. I do have several of these though. I bought a bunch at once, and I thought this would be really good for my eczema prone hands, and it really isn't. It's just as harsh, at least in my experience. It is a foaming hand wash, and I think usually anything that's foaming can be irritating to the skin. So if anybody has any good recommendations for a gentle but effective hand wash, please let me know. That's something that I'm always on the hunt for. But as a hand wash, it was fine. This I bought on a whim, and I really liked it. This is the Sephora Seaweed Mask. It's a gel mask. So, think of your typical sheet mask and the type of material it is. This is shaped just the same way, except it is like a gel. And it worked really well. It left my skin feeling brightened and a lot more supple, but not greasy. I would absolutely get this again. I believe it was $5.50. So if I got a gift card or something, this is something that would immediately go into my cart from Sephora. And again, that's the seaweed mask. And they do have other ones, other varieties, but this is the one that I tried, and that's the one I would repurchase. Okay, this is the Tarte Knockout Tingling Treatment. This is a liquid exfoliant. Excuse my lighting. I think it kind of prevents you from seeing this kind of bright packaging clearly. But anyway, like I said, liquid exfoliant. This I use twice a week, and it works brilliantly for me. If I use it any more than that, it will flare up the eczema that I get around my nose and a little bit on my forehead. So for that reason, I do use it sparingly, but I do love it. And I do have another one going, but none in backup. It is kind of pricey. I want to say it's $39. So I'll have to do some soul searching before I repurchase it. But I do love it. And I've gone through, I think this is probably the third bottle I've gone through. I think so. This is a candle. This is from Bath & Body Works. This is the watermelon lemonade scent. This is how much I got out of it before it wouldn't burn anymore. What I didn't like about this, and I've only had this happen with this one candle so far from Bath & Body Works, is that about the last third of the wax really absorbed that smoke scent that you get, you know, when you put your candle, when you put your candle out, you kind of just snuff the flame out with the lid, or that's what I do. And I think just having that smoke accumulating in there just permeated the wax, and it kind of ruined the last third of it for me. And I haven't had that happen with any other Bath & Body Works candles in the past. So this specific scent, watermelon lemonade, I wouldn't get again because of that, but it was a very delicious scent before that happened. I see another gold lid in here. Okay, Endless Weekend, also from Bath & Body Works. This is probably one of my favorite candles I've gotten from them so far. It's really hard to describe. You just have to smell it yourself. It's kind of sweet, refreshing, and slightly musky. It's the best I can give you. I even purchased their vent clip little car scent things in this scent as well. That's how much I like it. So I would get this one again. But as I've said, I am trying to kind of cut back on my spending. So it'll either have to be an amazing sale or I'll have to go without for a while. Oh, this is something I was really disappointed in. This is the Coats Sensitive Skin Mineral Sunscreen SPF 40. And it was thick, it was greasy, it clogged my pores. It was horrible, at least for me. So I ended up using it on my body, which kind of felt wasteful because of how much it cost, but at least I used it up. So this I wouldn't ever purchase again. Here's another thing I wouldn't purchase again. This is the Vichy Micellar Water. This is a travel size. I did get this with a full size and a travel size little pack together. I used the full size up some time ago. This kind of breaks me out and causes my skin to be a little itchy. So I can't use this the way micellar water is meant to be used, kind of as like a refresher. I use this and then I cleanse. That's how I got use out of it, or to wipe away swatches sometimes. So it felt a little wasteful. It was a little wasteful. But luckily it wasn't a lot of money and it's done now, so I'll just remember not to repurchase that. This is a Soap & Glory hand lotion. I cut it open, as I always do with my lotions. This is really nice scent. Sinks in really quickly, not greasy, not irritating. I do have another one in backup. And did I say it's affordable? Because it is. Alright, just a few more things here. This is a deodorant, just a Degree Dry Protection deodorant. It's a mini. I did make the switch to natural deodorants. Aluminum free really is what I'm going for. And I've had a lot of luck with it. It hasn't been a difficult transition for me, except for those days where my job requires me to do an installation, in which case I sweat a lot. And on those days, the natural deodorants I've been using just don't cut it. So I bought this specifically to use on those days where I know I have installation. So it worked great for that. And I have repurchased one that's still aluminum free, but I think will work more like this one did for me, hopefully. So I'm hoping you won't see any more of these aluminum type deodorants in my empties in the future, so wish me luck on that. And now I just have two teeny tiny things to show you. This is an eyelash curler refill, a pad. This is actually from the Sephora brand curlers, but I use a MAC lash curler, and it's a dirty pool, but MAC doesn't sell refills for their curlers. So anyhow, this one fit perfectly, like side to side, but I ended up repurchasing some black ones on Amazon. It's like a 24 count for I think $5 or something. And they don't fit end to end perfectly, but they fit quite well. I saw in a review on the page that it fits the MAC curler perfectly. So that's why I bought it. And I like them, so I'll be using those in the future. But this was just a little Sephora one I used. And this is a sample, a perfume sample of Alien from, it says Muggler. I want to say it's Terry Muggler, isn't it? Is Muggler even how you say it? I don't know. So anyway, it's just a little sample. I can't believe how long this lasted. I should have counted the spritzes I got out of it, but I kept thinking, oh, today's the last day, and it wasn't. It is completely empty, but oh man, I can't even get the scent out of it anymore. I can't say that I really remember what the notes were, but I don't think it offended me anyway. So that's all the stuff that I used up. Thanks for joining me, and I'll be back here again next month to show you a bunch more stuff that I've used up.